Well, back here at home tonight in Indianapolis, hundreds of people gathered to learn more about an increasing number of hate crimes in groups like those who protested in Virginia.
Yeah, they're concerned, even scared about what they're seeing. Our Rich Van Wyk tells us tonight what they learned and how they want to use it to bring about change.
Months before the violent and deadly confrontations in Virginia, organizers were planning Indiana's first response to hate conference. A crowd of 200 or more, not surprising.
Because of the current political climate, keep getting thrown under the bus, and so therefore people think that they have room to hate people just based on who they are.
While Indiana has experienced nothing like the protests in Charlottesville, authorities say there's been an increase in anti-gay and anti-Semitic vandalism, housing discrimination, and other acts of racism. The Southern Poverty Law Center counted 26 hate groups operating in Indiana.
It's telling those who've been targeted by that particular line of hate that they aren't welcome here, or they're not wanted in some way.
Oh my God, I'm scared to death for my friends and family who are people of color or members of the gay community, Muslims, immigrants. I'm scared of everybody that's not white.
Judy Shepard is executive director of a foundation named for her son, Matthew Shepard. His torture and murder in 1998 became a rallying point against injustice and hate crimes committed against the LGBTQ community. Almost 2 decades of progress she sees evaporating.
What happened? Everything is just backwards now. We're going downhill instead of uphill, and backwards instead of forwards.
But people here today say there is hope. The weekend protest for peace on Monument Circle, they believe, shows that people, even a single person, can make a difference. Indiana is only one of a handful of states that do not have hate crime laws. Several efforts to pass legislation like that here have failed. The Central Indiana Alliance Against Hate launched a tracking database today. Victims can now go online and report crimes and incidents. We put a link to that website on our story.
Rich, what will we see tonight at 6?
Well, tonight at 6, we're going into an Indianapolis classroom. We talked to school students to see what they saw and what they learned from the confrontations in Charlottesville. Now, what they say and what they saw may surprise you.
All right, we'll have that angle coming up in an hour. Rich, thanks.